Hi everyone, welcome to Dungeoneers of Depravity. We are a new D&D group that has tried to grace our presence, and I say that in the saddest sense. My name is Jason Klein. I am the resident GM who will be leading this fuckery of a party out and about into the world. And that brings me to the players. Introduce yourselves.
I'm DJ. I am playing a drow elf who is a arcane puppet master, currently without a puppet. I've been playing D&D for about 6 years.
Hey, I'm Eric. I know I look like I'm about to go on a Blue Lives Matter rant in my truck, but I promise that's not about to happen. I play a half-elf named Palliseer. He's a warlock, and his patron is Asmodeus. I've been playing D&D for I think like 2 years now, 3 years. I lose track, but we should have a good time.
Hey, my name's Aaron today, and I play a wood elf. I basically play not a wood elf. I play a 14-foot tall wood giant monk who's also a sentinel of the local elf lore. His name's Fwank, and yeah, I've been playing D&D with these guys for going on about, well, Eric here for like a month, but DJ and Klein here, I've been playing with them for like 6 years, five and a half years, 6 years now. So.
And I wasn't invited.
No. We didn't invite.
Probably because of your dumbass trucker hat. Mr. Blue Lives Matter over here, and I like how offended DJ got when you guys said that. So anyways, to do announcements, there are no announcements. The only announcements we have is this is our first streaming session / recording session, which will be found later on YouTube. And don't worry, we will be doing a recap episode to kind of, spin everybody up, because we have a recap right now, which unfortunately I have to kind of boil down because we came into this a couple sessions in for anybody who may be watching or who wants to watch. So you might be a little lost, which is why we're doing the recap episodes. But to get this started, this is taking place in the world of Perseus. Our heroes are actually inside the city of Emphrall, which is primarily an airship and research city devoted to magic and technology, kind of becoming one in one. They came here together eventually as what's known as the Remembrance Festival, which is supposed to be in memory of the war that kind of tore the planet apart. When they first met up, they met because they were kind of shanghaied into working with each other from a half-orc named Dargo and his accomplice, a small female gnome named Kimp. They agreed to work with them, and Kimp unfortunately died, and they thought Dargo had expired too. Trying to kind of move ahead, they ended up meeting a glowing blue deity who gave them a quick sum up of what actually happened in the past. Says that a lot of the memories are still lost and he will help them locate them. Transports them back. They find out they lost an entire day, and in order to kind of decompress from the shenanigans that happened, they decide to go to the Tournament of Champions, which is the final event of the Festival of Remembrance. Everybody pits against everyone, and eventually the tournament champion gets a reward and is crowned for the next 4 years. While they're in the crowd and having kind of a good time, all of a sudden unknown warships start entering the skies through portals opening, and a mysterious figure appears in the center of the ring, killing one of the competitors. Our heroes decide to make a break for it as various members of the crowd drop illusions revealing humanoid, elvish in stature, creatures, slightly green skin, as they start transforming into monstrous behemoths and just wreaking havoc through the crowd, while the airships that appeared above the city start raining cannon fire down, destroying much of the city. Our heroes are attacked by a series of these creatures, and Dargo actually appears again, alive but very singed and bloodied. They manage to get away from the creatures after killing a couple of them and make a plan to steal an airship. Dargo helps escort them out of the city, and they end up almost getting wiped out by a behemoth creature guarding the entrance to the city. They manage to kill it and get past. find their way to the airship hangar only to discover that all of the airships are gone. And since they managed to teleport in, they don't really have an exit. When all of a sudden they notice there's 2 giant golems that are standing at the docks. Trying to move past the golems, they wake them up and the golems attack. During this, Palliser actually manages to knock one of the golems backwards, revealing an invisible intruder that is actually in command of them. For the first time, he speaks Common and identifies himself as Tiaste, a kind of higher up within these invaders. As the party is about to die from said invisible intruder, the same deity they encountered before shows up and reveals actually the dock is not empty. There is an invisible ship. He reveals it, the party scrambles aboard, and the ship takes off. Zooming above the city, they think they're about to escape when 3 smaller vessels actually show up and begin to pursue them. They manage to shake 2 of them, but the third one harpoons the one they're on, and pulling itself closer, 3 members from the ship attack. And that's where we find ourselves. All right, Fleck.
Hashtag shit has gone awry.
Yes, well, you're actually standing by the edge. You're not the highest in the turn order. I'm just getting the actual timing of these set up because I remember actually what they were, surprisingly.
That actually is surprising.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this in order. And starting from the top of the turn order, we have Palliser. You are up. 3 of the invaders have jumped aboard. There's one very large, brutish one right here. There's a thinner, what looks like female one who jumped over here. And then the final one is a much smaller, you would guess from the armor, male. Their faces are covered, but it's still kind of got that ornamental armor design of the previous ones you saw invading the city. What are y'all doing?
Well, this turn of Palliser's is brought to you, as always, by the wonderful and smooth taste of Evan Williams.
We're not sponsored, Evan Williams. Please don't. Oh, God, we're going to get banned.
Completely unwilling sponsor, Evan Williams 100 Proof. All right, so Palliser, noticing that we are being mounted against our will,
kinky,
is going to start shooting lasers. And by lasers, I mean Eldritch Blast. There's one dude that's kind of close to Palliser. He's generally not a fan of anybody being close to him. So he's going to laser this guy.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
Alrighty.
Hey, you hit.
Ooh. Good push.
All right, does a 16 hit?
Yeah, 16 hits. Roll for damage.
Hey, all right. That is 8 force damage, and I'm going to push him back 10 feet.
All right. Boop.
Use the force, Palliser.
All right, well, you see this beam launches out of your hand, hits him, and he's driven back, and he actually knocks slightly against the railing of the ship.
Laser beams.
But, yeah, he's still on his feet.
All right, well, Palliser is going to move away from these guys because they look dirty, and he's not a fan.
Well, I was going to say the armor is pretty shiny, but okay, sure. We'll go with dirty.
You can be dirty and wearing some Gucci shoes.
It's true. Yeah. Money does not buy class, okay?
I did not say they were wearing Gucci. It'd probably be more like Timberlands if they were going to wear anything.
They're all in Tims.
Yes, they're all in Tims and black, shiny, Beetle-esque armor.
They jump onto our ship and say, hey, fuck you, my guy.
All right, Palliser, is that all you're doing for now, then?
That is all Palliser's doing.
All right, well, that brings us to number 2, which is the female, actually. And she's going to go ahead and she's going to advance on Null. And she's going to make it.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, she's fast.
She said, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Is that an attack of opportunity?
That is not an attack of opportunity.
You said it is?
I said, no, it is not.
Damn!
Pay for effort.
I heard that it was, so I'm rolling.
Well, luckily, she actually, I'm going to guess she probably missed, did an 8 or a 10 hit you?
No, it does not.
Then you're good, and we move along to Null. It's your go. This female's right up in your gooch.
Nice.
Since
He likes them thick boys. And Fleck is the thick
She was attracted by the clap of your ass cheeks.
I'm gonna slash her open with my scimitar. Does a 14 hit? Please?
A 14, unfortunately, will miss. You see, as you swing, she actually does kind of a Matrix-style lean, and it goes straight over her head.
You gonna let her Keanu you like that?
Is that all you're gonna do, Null, or do you have anything else you can try?
Nah, damn, I can't do that. Nope.
Alrighty then, that brings us to number 1, which was the boy that Palisier knocked back. He's gonna go ahead. Let me go ahead and check something real quick.
Like he wants to get lasered.
Yeah, why is the? I like how the actual distance is so like just completely screwed right now.
Yeah, I think I'm out of his range, I would say.
It's a
big ass boat.
Why the hell? No, these are supposed to be
something in the page settings.
Apparently, because I'm like, why the hell?
Is it because I take up 4 squares instead of?
Here, just start moving him, and then you
3,
can,
4, 5. All right, he's gonna use the rest of his turn.
Haul ass.
And he gets there. But he used his action to run up to you, Palisier, so he is booking at you.
That dashing little bitch.
Which brings us to Fleck. It's your go, buddy.
Toss him over the edge.
Cast him into the fire! It's Theodore!
We're up to this guy, and then, oh, by the way, Sir Ian Holm, rest in peace. Bilbo died today.
I know.
That face all around.
You didn't know about that, Eric? Yeah, no. Old Bilbo died.
Yeah.
Yep.
He lost his battle, unfortunately, to Parkinson's disease at the age of 88. He was surrounded by his loved ones, so.
Nope, I'm gonna actually.
Shores of the Undying Lands, anyways.
I'm gonna go ahead and make Aaron very angry right now. No, these guys killed him.
Motherfucker.
All right, Fleck, your dick is swinging against this guy's head apparently, actually, because you're that much taller than him.
The 13 hit.
Nope, not with the first strike. So you missed on that, bud.
Punch him again. Wow. Hey, Jason, does a 7 hit?
You as nimble as you are, I guess because you're just so big, you're just swinging past him and he's just kind of dancing around you. Which, incidentally, it's also his turn. So he's gonna try to take 2 thwackins at you.
That's not good. You don't want to get thwackened.
Oof. Well, I don't think he hit with the second one, but the first one I'm pretty sure he hit you. Does a 21 hit you?
Yeesh, fuck. Barely, yes.
Okay.
You're the size of a small country. How could he miss?
Exactly. Chunky stealth.
That chonk modifier is helping you.
So he hits you. You take, as he slashes across your leg, you take 5 damage.
All right, he's dead. Let's move on. Throw him overboard. He's just dead weight now.
All right, Palisier, that brings us back to you, buddy.
All right, time to party.
Party.
Partying. Yeah. I'm going to move down 1. Palisier's going to move right next to this guy. And actually, do I have any spell slots? Because that could make this guy's life really hard.
I don't know, do you? You didn't take any rest at all whatsoever.
It's true, but I do have spell slots.
Woo!
Nice. I'm going to cast Hex on him, and then I'm going to Eldritch Blast him.
Nice.
Hex don't get it. You said hex.
I would say 20 definitely hits him.
Heyo.
Hex.
How about 9 damage?
Nice. He felt that definitely. Like you biffed him, and you take a chunk out of the arm, and you see blood splatter from where you hit him in the arm.
So I'm gonna knock him back 10 more feet away from me.
Okay.
And I am going to haul my little elf ass out of here.
Smack my bitch up. Whoa!
Bamming it.
Banana.
Whoa, Black Betty. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, Palasir's done.
Alrighty then. Number 2.
He is kiting the fuck out of this guy.
Man, he's over here kiting people, man.
Lasers.
Well, let's see here. Number 2, I believe. Yeah, that was the one by Null. Null, she's gonna take 2 more swings at you.
Bring it.
Okay.
I need to teach you guys.
Well, the nat 1 definitely missed. But does a 17 hit you?
No.
Nice.
My man.
There you go. Well, she swings and you narrowly just dodge out. The first one goes completely wide, but the second one just barely scrapes past you. It actually touches your armor, but bounces away. Which, no, that brings us back to you, buddy.
Kick her ass,
Seabass. My armor class is 18.
Kick her ass, Seabass.
Alright, let's go with a scimitar slash again. Sweet Jeebus, thank you.
It's pronounced skimitter.
Nice. That hits.
Alright. Yes!
All right. Way to go. That's a good hit. She stumbles back. She's still standing, but you can tell that hurt. It's like it knocked her almost down to one knee, but she stands back up at the ready. Which brings us... Is there anything else you're doing, bud?
No.
All right. Well, Eric, I think you pissed this guy off.
What? Nuh-uh. He doesn't like lasers?
No, so he's going to run forward, but instead you see he pulls a small blade from his belt around his waist, and he's going to throw it at you.
What a dick.
Damn.
This guy just doesn't understand that...
Does a 22 hit you? Or, sorry, 21 hit you?
Absolutely not. I'm actually a warlock wearing heavy... Yes, it hits me.
He hits you for 5 damage as this blade smacks you in the... He aimed because he hit you in the same shoulder you blasted him in.
Fair enough.
Somebody's upsetty.
Let me check something real quick.
Okay.
I have a reaction. Let me make sure that I can use this.
Right.
Oh, God. I meant to pull up the description, but that is...
Well, let's see.
That's if he passes or fails DC.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, no. Sorry, bud.
Hey, he still takes half damage.
Yeah, alright, so he takes a total of 8 damage from that, bud.
Yeah, he's on fire.
He's looking crispy, but he definitely is a little pissed. Go ahead and mark down one of your spell slots for using that, but, I mean, you heard him.
I am out of spell slots.
Which brings us, Fleck, you are back up, buddy.
Alright, well...
What?
Can I pick this person up and just yeet them over the edge?
Grapple check!
I mean, you can attempt it.
What?
The classic DM response.
I have no idea how. Like, how do I go about...
So, first off, you have to make a dexterity roll because you have to grab him first.
Okay, so that one should be easy. Pray to the gods. The dice gods that have been fucking...
Well, I'll go ahead. Oh, you may have grabbed him.
You gotta beat a 3.
Barely.
Wow. Whoa.
Well, except he has a modifier of +3. I just didn't put modifiers down.
No,
so
it doesn't matter because he rolled a crit fail.
yeah, exactly. So you go to snatch him, and you just completely he ducks under and just continues to do his thing.
Aaron, you suck at fighting this guy.
What the fuck?
It's so bad.
All right. Well, yeah. So I'm not gonna let you do a bonus attack against him because you tried to grab him.
Fuck it. I'm gonna get him next round.
Which brings us to this one. He's going to use a maneuver against you. Is what he's going to do.
Good. I hope he fucking missed.
Oh, let's find out.
Fuck this.
So he rolls this, and then he rolls. Oof.
Nice.
Okay, so he definitely hit you.
With what?
17
17 does not hit.
No, 17
No,
plus
that's
6
modifier.
plus his modifier of 3.
Sorry, mate.
This game's shit.
It's he used a special attack called Hindering Strike, and what it does is,
I don't give a fuck.
I mean, he can only do it once, but let's see how much damage he did. He did 5 damage to you, but for your next attack, you have disadvantage.
Aaron definitely needed to be hindered further, so that's good that you did that.
Yeah, super fucking great.
Yes.
Now he's going to roll a 1 and a 3.
And he gets a
That'll be
second
good.
attack, but that's definitely a miss, so it doesn't matter.
Fuck that.
Palasier, that brings us back to you, buddy.
Time for lasers! Alright, Palasier is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. Move here
Okay.
and laser this guy. And if this doesn't work... It's
Wait, where did you move? Question, where did you move from?
20 feet to the left.
You don't have to answer that without your lawyer present.
Oh, well,
That's fair. I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Get out here.
So you move right there. Okay, and you're going to try to laser him? That does not work.
No. Wait, I can re-roll it. I have Dr. Manhattan powers.
Okay.
Dr. Manhattan powers.
Your luck stone. Use your luck stone.
He used his luck stone, but he does have lucky rolls. Remember that.
Yeah, so
Wait, so
I
we
am
get the
using the gifted feat, which is
Okay.
essentially the lucky feat.
Mhm.
So this is just a recap of when the blue guy deity, who I refer to as Dr. Manhattan for obvious reasons, showed up. He blessed us all, with the gifted feat or the lucky feat. We get to re-roll 3 d20s per day before we have to take a rest, and
You're
we have to
probably asking,
re-roll
wait,
it.
Why didn't you roll those? Because I'm fucking retarded and I forgot.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh.
And I re-rolled it and got the exact same roll.
That's how luck works. That is exactly how luck works.
My luck is terrible. Can I
That's
use
how luck works.
another gifted point?
You only get 1 per roll, sir.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fair.
So you'll just have to wait till next turn.
I'm about to get stabbed so hard.
Oh, most certainly he's going to stab the living shit out of you, most likely.
Welcome to the
All right,
first
hang on,
episode,
hang on.
guys. Character wipe.
I think I can use a action here. Do I have a potion? For the love of God. I don't think I have any potions.
Do you have a potion?
I have a little
Do
bag of
you?
sand.
Little bag of sand.
I got a job.
Pocket
Throw it
sand.
in his eyes.
Yes, pocket sand.
Pocket
Palasier,
sand.
is that all you got left, bud?
Bonus action pocket sand.
No. Cute idea, but no.
Oh wait, I do have a healing potion.
I was waiting to see if you actually realized. Ooh, look at that, a whole 4 HP.
I'm gonna need it.
From the 8 he took already.
Yeah, Palasier doesn't have a lot of health or armor or anything.
Oh no, he does not.
Palasier is what is known as a non-thick boy.
As a glass cannon.
Yes.
He got that long back. All right, so that brings us back to No, unfortunately, this female is she looks like she's getting a little pissed off with you, and she's gonna end up doing kind of the same movement that you saw used against Fleck earlier. Does a oh god, does a 24 hit you?
Jesus Christ, what are they swinging with? Yes.
D20s for modifier.
She hit you for 7, and then she's going for her second swing.
If I roll a D20 for dex and then roll another D20 for the modifier for that dex, I'd be kicking ass too.
Does a 14 hit you?
No.
All right, then. The first strike she hits and you feel where she connected was with your knee, and your leg buckles. But as it does, she swings down, and you actually falling over partially actually had her miss. So,
all right.
My kneecap.
So on your next combat, your next turn, which is this one, your next attack, you're at disadvantage.
Yay.
Okay.
As a reaction, I rolled to seduce.
No.
Don't do it.
She yells in common, "I'm a lesbian," in the deepest voice you've ever heard out of a woman.
I don't know. My performance and persuasion is pretty different.
Take the character white. Just do it.
Tell her not to assume your gender.
Oh, God.
All right.
I identify as female.
All right. This can't go bad, right?
Here, Jason, I'll hand it to the camera. Here.
Next.
Point blank range. I'm going to try to hit her with a laser.
A laser.
Look at that bitch.
Hit it with a laser.
I had a N20. I would like to
use a luck.
Does it re-roll at disadvantage?
No.
Wait, do I?
If you use your luck, no, you have to take the other roll, bud. Sorry, you don't get to just count the 20 you got.
No. So if I re-roll, is that re-roll disadvantage?
No, this is a re-roll. I will give it's a luck thing. Like this goes past your rolls. That's what you have to be careful of.
Mother! Fuck!
You yell so loud your audio cuts out.
Yeah. So, you put your hand up in her face and you see the glow on her helmet. And just as you fire the beam, you see her duck and put the sword out to catch herself before she hits the ground.
All right.
Which brings us
To me getting stabbed?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going to try to stab you. He's going to take 2 swings at you, Palisier, because he's pretty pissed.
Yo, they're
So mean.
figure out what's up with their initiative.
So let's go with the lower roll first. Does a 12 hit you?
Yes.
A 12 hit? Fuck. Oh, right, Warlock. I keep forgetting.
You guys need to protect the glass cannon.
All right, so
You are way, and I mean this with the greatest respect.
Yes,
the
you are.
fuck over there.
Oh no, Eric. The first one you took 5 damage, the second one you took 7, so you took 12 damage in total.
Am I alive is the question.
I don't know. How much HP you got? Is that 16 I see above your head?
I have 3 health.
Ooh.
Okay.
You should have bluffed. Should have lied and said I have 4.
Alright, Fleck, you've been having such a great time, Fleck. What are you doing, buddy?
I'm gonna continue to have a fucking great time, I guess.
At least you can tank some hits.
He can tank some hits, but he's not really. He got hit once, but that's because of the ability.
I can't take too many more. Alright,
He can tank some hits just like I can after I drink the smooth taste of Evan Milligan's White Label.
I like how you think we're going to get a sponsor like this.
Unwilling, unofficial sponsor. We're gonna get sued.
Yeah, probably.
I'll give them all 8 of my dollars.
I'm gonna fucking swing, I guess, with disadvantage. The 13 hit?
And 13 does not hit, but you do get to take your bonus attack because monk.
Is that one at disadvantage too?
No, it is not. It's only your next attack. It's only your next attack, so your bonus attack's fine.
You're gonna roll a 6 anyway. Why are you even asking?
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'm gonna opt to use my gifted if I get a shit roll.
Okay. That hits.
That's not
roll for damage. For holy crap, he hit someone. I'm amazed. I'm so proud of you.
This is very clearly a trap.
It's a trap.
He's gonna hit it, and it's like a fucking.
As you connect, you feel this charge of electricity. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Did roll a 1.
Not at a level 3. Now, once you guys get to like level 5 and up, yeah, you might.
Yeah, but I'm rolling a D4. Getting a 1 on a D4.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna do that to a level 3 character. All right, you biff it. You crack him upside the head. So, boof. Yeah, he's still standing, but he felt it. Which brings us back to him. He's gonna try to attack you twice, Fleck.
Tell him to quit hoeing.
No, no.
Must be nice to get to roll a D20 for your modifier. Real fucking cool.
I mean, that's not his modifier, but
he's rolling for 2 attacks.
So, does a 19 hit you?
Yes, those are both separate attacks.
Does a 19 hit you?
Where the fuck do you get 19 from?
14 plus his modifier.
Yes, he has his modifier plus his proficiency, which is 5 in total.
Okay, so they both fucking hit me, and I'm out for the count. Love you guys.
Well, we're gonna fight.
Are you really down? Please, God, no, not like this.
Am I gonna have to save you?
Good night, sweet prince.
He does. He does 12 damage in total to you.
I'm out.
Oh.
We have a fucking board wipe right now. It's gonna happen.
First string, let's go.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do this then.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Trust me.
It's my turn to laser. Is it my turn to laser?
Yes, Palisier, it's your time to laser.
Damn right. All right. Palisier is going to shoot a laser. Show me potato salad.
Do you do potato salad?
Did it? Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, you hit him.
Oh, thank God. Okay. It is 19 damage.
Holy shit, dude. Good shot. And I'm guessing you're pushing him straight back, correct?
You're damn right. He's going to fall right over that rail.
Well, he goes over, but let's see something real quick. I'm curious. Hold up.
He crippled on his last leg.
All right, he's going to do one more. Okay. So, he does the first one was to see if he tumbled over the rail, which he does. The second one, though, is he grabs hold of it as he goes over. So, he's over the rail, and he's hanging on, is what he's doing right now. You almost, if he had failed both rolls, I was going to have him roll off the ship. But, he grabbed hold of the rail as he fell. He's down on his knees, so I'm going to technically make him a prone position. So, he's going to use half of his movement on the next turn. Yeah. But what else are you doing, bud?
Updating my health bar to reflect the fact that I am currently dying. And I am going to move away from his fat ass.
No, let's be real. Flex dying right now.
Here. Alright, I'm going to move to there. This dude's still alive, right?
Yeah, he's still alive.
He's so
barely. Like, he's looking pretty sluggish, man. He's a big boy. He's thick.
I hit him so hard.
You did. Like, that was a hell of a hit.
I think that's the max. I think that's max damage I can do, actually. Because D6 is what I roll for necrotic damage, and I got a 6. D10 plus my modifier.
You maxed out then. You maxed damage on him.
No, max damage or one less than max damage.
Yeah, one less than max damage.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
These are the kind of rolls I need all the time. Not this
anyways,
damage to him.
All so right. Null, you got angry girl coming at you again.
Let her come.
Ooh, I'm guessing an 18 hits you.
It matches, so I don't know what that does with you.
Half damage.
If you match, it counts as a hit.
God Bless it.
So she hit you both times, bud.
What was that? Oh my fucking.
9. She does in total 15 damage to you. Are you down?
Nope.
Okay, well, no, it's your go, bud.
This wasn't the plan.
Slish slash.
You guys literally went from combat to combat to combat.
That's not our fault.
To combat! You went 4 combats in a row! Alright, you hit her. You hit her. Please be a good roll. Please be a good roll. Please be a good roll.
Damn it.
As you cut, you actually feel the blade slip past the helmet, and you see a gout of blood as the blade rips through her neck, and she crumples down in front of you.
Before she goes down, I'll say, how do you like that other whole bitch? And
well, I mean, she's dead, so...
yeah! Wipe yourself off, man. You dead.
Fuck it.
Alright.
Alright, Noel, is there anything else you're doing before we move on?
I want to line myself up with this guy right here and end my turn.
Yeah, just roast my fucking
come
body.
save me. I'm fighting
Just
the
roast my
thickest
body.
boy.
Just roast my body. No big deal.
Alright, that brings us to number 1. He's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Said he has to use passive
Ah!
to get up, right? Oh, now he's extra thick.
He a hella thick boy.
Oh, right, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. So he gets here then.
Yeah.
Let me check. Let me go ahead lock real quick to see this ridiculous distance.
All right. Yeah, he's 235 feet out. Take
So, well, he's 5 squares, so he's still just within range. He pulls another blade from his belt, and he's going to throw it at you.
I'm down. All he has to roll is more than a 1.
Oh, then, yeah.
Palisir's down.
Yeah, you take 4 damage.
All right. Palisir's going to jump over the edge.
Oh, no! Wait!
Palisir flops to the ground. Fleck, make a death saving roll. D20. He does it. It's a 10 or above. He saves. So that's 1.
That's 1.
I guess I'll end my turn.
Which brings us to, after everything that's been going on, Dargo steps from below the deck.
Oh! Your Majesty, welcome to the party!
He has been underneath, and he comes out, he's like, the hell?
I don't know, but the party we've been
He's going to walk up on this guy, and he's going to take 2 swings at him. Oh, he hits with both of those.
Thank God.
Let's see the damage output here. So he takes
If it's more than 0, he's doing better than Fleck. Fleck.
Doing better than you too, shit fuck.
Hey, I was doing great.
He comes up, he cuts the arm off the dude, and then cuts the guy's head off. And then he's gonna step past him and walk up to Fleck and be like, "Oh, you okay?"
I'm not fucking okay.
None of us are okay at all.
So this guy's dead, which means this one's gone. This one's gone, which brings us actually back to Palisir. Make a death saving throw.
Is there a button for that?
Yeah.
Hey, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a D20. All right, you have made 1 save. Null, it is back up to your go, bud.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here. Question. Does your hex work for my Eldritch Blast?
It does not. It is only for his damage.
Hey.
Nice try, though. I appreciate the thought process.
All right.
But otherwise, Warlocks would be broken because then you could just stack it.
Stacking.
No.
Well, you hit him. Roll for damage.
Fuck.
He is barely hanging on.
Wait. Hold on. Is it?
What?
How does luck work? I want to re-roll that damage.
That's not a D20, buddy. Nice try, though.
Hold on. Wait.
Which brings us 1,
Oop,
2, 3, 4, 5, And
Yo, he hates you.
he's
He hates you.
he's going at
Like, that is a hate boner.
oh my god.
Oh my god! Not like this!
You just straight up murdering Palliser when there's still threats on the table.
Holy! Oh! That boner is hard!
That is 2 failures on you automatically, bud. Sorry, man.
Well, it's been a good run, Palliser, for one session.
Fleck, you are up.
Oh, I'm
Wait.
up.
Or sorry, no, that's right.
I'm
You're.
like just win-
He's still
That's right.
down.
It's your turn. Go ahead, roll.
Oh, I guess
right.
I'll just fucking do something. Psych.
That's 1 failure for Fleck.
You know what? You know what? I hope this character wins. I really do.
Brings us to Dargo. Let's see.
Makes me feel
1,
better. I'm gonna have to re-roll a
2,
character too.
3, 4, 5, 6. Let me double check one thing because I'm pretty sure I set this up before. I'm just checking his character real quick.
Hey, I'm trying, okay? I am trying.
We're all trying, and we're all actually doing fairly well, except for Fleck. And it doesn't matter because these guys
over
are
the
challenge
edge.
rating. These guys are challenge rating 1,000. We're fighting mind flayers
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, must be nice.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's my point.
I wish I could roll a nat 1 and still fucking murder everyone. It would
I
be
hit
Look.
this guy with
Look.
5 attacks, and he hit me with 1, and I'm down.
Now y'all know how it feels when that fucking thing thunderstepped right beside
Okay,
me.
you are extremely lucky because I knew I had put this on him.
extremely.
You see, he raises his hand. Well, Fleck doesn't see this. No, you see this. He raises his hand, and you see a ring on his hand glow. Palliser, you heal for 3.
Woo!
Back to where I was before.
extremely lucky.
I mean, it was lucky. I only had so many magic items to stick on Dargo, and that's one of the ones I put on him. So you are lucky.
14-foot corpse, but he's extremely lucky. The one on the port side of the ship.
Which, Palliser, it is your go, bud. Well, he had 2 fails. He was going to die.
I was super gonna die because my luck is bad anyway, and he gave me 2 fails on top of each other. All right, Palliser.
I could have outright killed you because it was a critical. Don't complain.
Palliser is going to laser this guy, hopefully completely off the ship.
Okay.
Okay, show me potato salad.
Don't even bother rolling damage. What do you do to him?
I
Yeah.
blow a hole in his chest, and he falls off the ship.
Well, he doesn't fall off the ship, but he hits the railing, and he just slumps as there's this burns. Well, not even burned. It's just a hole is punched through his chest.
I
Put a
gained
hole in the
temporary
railing.
HP. I desperately need it too.
Ship detached.
Which, yeah, that brings us to the end of combat. All of the things are done, and the skiff is just kind of floating alongside you guys as you are on the ship as it races away from
Hey,
Emphrall.
we got a dinghy. We got a dinghy.
So, what are you guys doing? Like, Palliser,
Long rest. That is what we're doing. We are taking a
well,
long.
hold on.
fucking
I say
rest.
this because your friend is still kind of dying on the ground right now.
I'm taking a long rest. I'm taking a permanent rest.
Yeah, I'll old yeller him real quick, and
Fucking
then
kill
we
me.
can just
Please kill me. Just end me. I gotta go to work anyway.
I'll give it a good old. Whoa,
Give me a good old what?
Wow.
that fails.
Hey!
That's better. We both have 0 wisdom.
So,
I have 3.
Fleck, as you recover and you get up from the ground and you guys look over the side, you can see you racing away from the city of Emphrall. And as you do, you see a beam of energy shoot out of the center of the city, and a portal larger than any other portal you've ever seen appears. It actually encompasses the entire size of the city. And as it does, you see these giant tendrils of black energy start pouring out and ripping pieces of the mountainside and just kind of laying waste to the entire city. As
I
the
hope there
ship,
wasn't any loot there.
as the ship sails away.
Da-da-da-da.
All right, guys. Well, you are on a ship that is kind of on autopilot right now. What do you want to do? I heard long rest.
Nap.
No, not nap. I want to sleep. I want to get
Sleep. I'm a
full
warlock.
HP.
Well,
And
I
I
mean,
need
you guys are welcome to explore. Like, each of these is a different level. You have the top deck here I designed. Then there's the second floor. And then there's the cargo department at the very bottom. By the way, this little square thing here
I think let's just sit on the ground.
is actually an elevator. Like, you go through the little carpet area I have at the top of the ship, and it's an elevator that goes down to each level.
Can any
Okay.
of the people that we're streaming to actually see the map?
Yes, they can see that. They can see everything I've got in front of me. Is what it is.
So they are DMing us
Yes,
in spirit.
pretty much.
I dig it. So did they know we were going to get murdered before
Did you
we
dig my
did?
grave? Did you dig my grave since you're digging stuff already?
So what are you guys doing? Are you guys just taking a long rest immediately, or are you going to explore the ship first, or what are you doing?
I'm going to
No,
explore
I'm on the
this
fucking
ship.
deck of the ship. I'm taking a fucking nap, bro. I'm gonna try not to.
And
If
So-
there was
I'm
a
going
level
to-
1 rat down there, it would kill us.
I'm going to claim this room.
Which room? Show me this room. Which one? That one. You claimed that one. Okay.
I claim that room.
All right.
And I take a hard nap in the bed. I
Hard-
see.
So Null just goes through this door. As you do, the doors actually, they slide open like automatic doors. Just shh.
Star Trek Enterprise
The
style.
door slides open. Roll for initiative.
Right?
And you make your way over to your bed, and you lay down for a nap. Fleck just lies down on the deck itself. Dargo is kind of wandering the top of the ship, looking at these two little orbs at the top that are just kind of floating above the deck, it's the next level up. Palliser, what are you doing?
So Palliser, at this point, completely covered in blood, and I have 2 daggers sticking out of me. He's going to turn to Dargo and just go, "Hey, are the lower decks clear enough to where I can go down there and sleep? Or did you check that?"
And Dargo goes, well, I mean, I ran down there. The whole reason I was up there is because I heard people screaming.
Yeah, that was mostly me.
Dargo looks at you and he just cocks his head and goes, I know. He goes, no, it's actually clear. He goes, the second level, from what I've seen, it's crew chambers. Third level is storage. So if you're looking to take a rest or relax, I don't know what's going on with the ship. I've tried to figure out controls. I don't know. This is not like any ship I've ever seen.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not super worried about the ship right now. But I'm going to go try to hopefully stem the bleeding from my stab wound.
And when you say that, he looks at you and goes, you're not concerned about the ship that's automatically piloting itself while we're a couple hundred feet up in the air.
I don't have
Let's
enough
go with
blood
the
to
fucking flow.
think
Why
about.
not? Let's go with
Okay,
the flow.
he goes,
Flow.
he's been over the edge looking down at you from up here, and he goes, I'm going to go back to what I was doing, and goes back to investigating these 2 orbs that are floating over pillars. And you are free to kind of roam. Fleck and Null seem to have just died almost.
Taking a fucking nap.
No,
So, Palliser, what are you doing?
Nap. Not on the deck. I'm gonna get a
I'm
tan.
going to see or I guess I kind of generally go down here, and I'm actually going to walk into this room down here, see that it is occupado.
Oh, by the way, Null, Palsier, when you do go down that elevator over here, you both do notice that there's this giant glowing aether crystal, but instead of the blue and white, there's also shades of purple and red going through it, and there's a bunch of instruments attached to it. Yeah, and the ship is very well lit as you go through here. Each of these is actually like a hammock. They're just hanging from poles that are attached to the bottom of the ship.
Okay.
And so each of these is kind of like the officers' quarters, and these are where you would imagine crew stay.
So Palisier is going to take a look at the crystal, look back at the knife sticking out of his arm, look back at the crystal, and just coming back for you. And then he's gonna see the hammock. He's gonna see the hammock right there and just, okay, that's good enough, and collapse into the hammock.
With the knife going through your arm.
So you guys are both officially all of you are taking long rest right now currently, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm taking you can call it a dirt nap.
Okay.
You can call it above dirt nap.
So, while you guys are asleep then, let's see.
God. Not again! Not again!
Back to back in combat like it's our fucking fault.
We're gonna put this thing right here.
Yeah, when were we gonna rest? In the middle of the fight with the giant golems, or was that the goal? Let's bail out of here. Actually, I'm gonna take an 8-hour nap in the middle of this.
So Null's here. I'm moving these things here. Fleck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
While you were asleep, you start to begin to have a dream.
Yay.
You were back in the capital of your noble house. Once again, the individual, the prince you recognize, an elvish young man, comes up to you and he goes, so I assume you're not at the capital yet.
No. What capital?
The main capital of the continent. I know you were visiting. I know you're visiting Emphrall, but you said you were about to head out. Just curious, what's going on?
Shit has gone awry, my lord. Shit has gone #seriously awry. I don't know what.
When you say hashtag, he kind of tilts his head and goes, "What is this hashtag?"
Like a tic-tac-toe board?
Something I thought of. Something I thought of.
He's an influencer.
It's a
Wack
no
is an
issue,
influencer.
But basically, buttholes in the sky started opening up and letting everything rain. So we're hauling ass out here on a ship that goes pretty fast, but we have no idea where it's going, how fast it's going to get there, or how to control it or change its direction at all. And that is the current status update, my lord.
Brought to you by Evan Williams.
Evan Williams.
Well, the Lord, he looks at you. Roll an insight check, Fleck.
Boy. My lord's smaller than me, by the way. So if I'm trying to stare into his astral projection,
This is just a normal insight check, bud.
I don't think it works on.
No, it's
now I can roll a fucking number higher than 3.
You notice that despite him asking general questions to you, he seems very nervous. Like you've spent you grew up around the prince, and you know when he's nervous, and you know when he's trying to hide things from you.
Now can I use stare down at his astral projection?
He goes, you need to. It's imperative that you reach the capital, please.
It's a trap.
I will do everything in my power that I can, my lord.
You see him, he sighs and he puts his head down and he goes, thank you, please, just keep me updated as you know more. And you wake up.
It's a trap.
You are on the bow of the ship, and standing over you, kind of tapping you on the forehead, is Dargo. Hey.
Yes.
Oh, good, you're alive.
Barely.
So, yeah, you guys have we've got some things we need to talk about.
Talk away. I'm not getting up anytime.
And as he says that, floating up from the near you, poking their head out, you see the glowing blue face appear right in front of your face. Oh, hello.
Jesus Christ!
Who is this?
He chuckles and he goes, "Oh, it's good to see that you're in high spirits. You should come downstairs."
I can't move.
Oh, right. And then you see him fade back through the bottom. As this happens, Palliser and Null, you both start to wake up. Palliser, you're waking up first.
Cool.
You wake up, by the way.
No.
And perched on your chest is this large mechanical bug-looking construct that is just, it's giant. It's the size of you almost, and it's just, you see these two little hands, and they're just kind of picking away, like just poking at different spots on your body.
Kill it with fire.
And it's got two little round like orbs that are eyes, but you can't tell which direction. It's just big, kind of like greenish, like not quite glowing. They're just iridescent. And it's just pick. It's making little clicking noises.
Well, you get Healy bugs, and I get to fucking take a dirt nap on the deck.
Can I tell what it's doing?
You can tell that it keeps picking at spots that you remember that you were damaged, but you don't feel pain at where it's touching.
Am I still damaged there? Like, can I look down and see if there is a gaping stab hole?
Your body is completely, as far as you can tell, you don't even feel sore. Your body is as it is like before you started adventuring.
You feel great.
So Palliser is going to kind of look down at his body, look back up at the bug thing, and just go, no, and just
as you do, it takes your hand, pushes it in your face, and goes, "Yes, I'm not done healing you yet."
It talks.
Palliser is very concerned at this point. Just,
as you do that, the two of the legs continue poking and prodding at your body like it was doing before.
You're getting fucking tickled into consciousness.
Palliser is extremely startled, so he's just going to kind of lay there because he doesn't know if this thing can ultra murder him at this point.
And as this happens, Null, you have awakened.
Oh, yeah.
You awakened to the same experience.
Do I basically get the same description?
You wake up to something that looks between a cockroach and a lobster, except it is gray in nature and mechanical. And it is poking you.
I'm kicking it. You said cockroach, no thank you.
So, being what I am in my background, I sit up and I attempt to take hold of it and look directly in it and say, fascinating.
It pats you on the head lightly and goes, "Repairs completed," and scuttles off.
Jesus Christ! I would like to crack you open and see how you work.
It's already out the door, but the door slides behind it, closes.
We need one less here.
So, before I pass my turn, I would like to finish crafting my magical item.
All right.
Wait a second. How did I do that last time? I just roll?
No, I think it was, in the case of it, it was per rest. You got to work on it a little bit more, is what it was.
Yeah, so... how much did it cost? 50. So that... Oh, geez, I wish I had this. So, I finished my puppet.
Okay.
Yeah, puppet slam, hooray!
Yep. But I no longer have a knight puppet. It is now a cleric puppet. Hooray!
What?
Yes, I now have the Heelys.
If your puppet tries to hug me, I swear to God.
That's the only way it can heal, so I don't know.
God
Hugging,
damn it.
Sweat openly accepts hugs. Palliser, not so much.
That is the only way this puppet can heal is by touching.
While you're dealing with that, Dargo's going to go, we need to go downstairs and tap Fleck on the shoulder and go, come on. Fleck, by the way, you are all healed up. You just feel sore, unlike the others. You're healed, you're full HP, but you definitely don't feel good.
Okay.
And Dargo, you're going to see him step through the doors, and then you see him just kind of lower through the floor, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
It's an elevator.
You go through, and the elevator transports you down as well. And what you see is you are inside the ship. There are monitors up on the walls, and there's this giant crystal structure in the center of the room that has a bunch of attachments attached to mechanical equipment and wires.
It looks like spaghetti.
What are you doing, Fleck?
I'm kind of a monk, so that shit's kind of foreign to me ish. Even though I'm a monk who went and became a lead for the elves, I don't think they use technology like that. They might, I don't know.
You've seen similar, but not to this degree. This is more advanced than the things you've seen.
Well, I guess I'll go check on my friend. Sure,
Dargo goes, yeah, go collect the others, because, like I said, we got a lot to talk about while you guys were asleep.
Oh, Fleck has friends?
Fleck, as you go through the door, you see Palliser kind of reclined, not quite comfortable, not uncomfortable, on a hammock while there's this big construct just standing over him, poking at him. He's not freaking out, but it's just poke, 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 poke.
So Palliser is freaking out. He's just sitting there, and you can see him like starting to ready an Eldritch Blast in his right hand, just slowly moving it upwards. Just no.
Do you require assistance?
Get this thing off.
When you say that, the bug turns around and goes, I'm already assisting him, and continues poking at him.
Okay, so Palliser said get this thing off of me, so I'm gonna run up behind Palliser and hold his arms down so the bug can work.
No, you hear this outburst. Because Palliser, I'm assuming you're not being quiet about this.
Palliser is yelling curses in Elvish.
Okay, then.
Come out to see what all the hubbub is about.
You come to see Fleck is, in all of his giantness, is holding Palliser down while this bug is poking at Palliser.
Hang on. Let me just, real quick. Oh, where is it?
I don't know.
There we go.
Ooh.
There we go. 4 minus 2.
Aaron, go ahead. Roll for a strength check. I'm just curious.
There's still a chance that I'll fuck this up.
Oh, I know.
No, because it doesn't matter, which means you'll roll really well.
Palliser, you managed to thrash your head around and your legs, but your arms are pretty thoroughly pinned to this hammock.
Not moving.
So yeah, no, you've come to this. This is what you're looking upon right now. A wood giant holding a half-elf to a hammock while there is a large construct bug on him.
No, don't worry. They're actually pretty helpful with whatever they are.
Palliser is not going to stop thrashing or screaming in Elvish.
He doesn't like to be touched.
As you yell this and continue your string of obscenities, you see the thing's eyes flash for a second, white and then green again, and it goes, repairs complete, have a good day, and wanders off.
I'll let Palliser go. I'll let Palliser's arm free. I'll let his arms free. at the same time.
All right, Palasier,
Going
you.
to,
By the way, query,
Palasier is
how
gonna-
fast are these things scuttling away?
Oh, they move
Is it
quick.
like-
They're fast.
I was like, is it like freaky fast?
Oh yeah, it's freaky fast. Like it goes from where it's kind of like it has 6 legs, but the front 2 act like hands almost, like they've got little fingers, and that's what it was poking at Eric with. And it scuttles on all 6. Just
DJ at fucking spring break.
yes, it DJs across the floor.
Oh shit.
So Palasier is going to slap you on the arm.
Okay.
With all of
I'll
his
take
six strength.
I'm gonna giggle.
I'm not even going to roll an unarmed attack because it would probably heal you because Palasier's strength is so low.
Look, you broke Aaron.
Water everywhere. Fuck.
Mission accomplished.
All right, so
Brought
what
to you
the constructs have ran away. What are you all doing?
Well, Palasier is feeling very uncomfortable, but he remembers that the gigantic ultra crystal is in the next room, and ignoring everyone else is going to go that way.
All right.
I am gonna wipe off all the spit and water I just shot everywhere.
I follow Palasier into the crystal chamber.
All right. Fleck, what are you doing, bud?
Hang on.
I broke him.
Real life, my monitor and TV are covered in spit.
That's
Awesome.
right.
No, that's Skeet.
If you guys would
Walls
like
are
to
showing-
donate, to buy him new electronics since he just fucked them all up.
Oh yeah. Especially since there's this gaping crack in my monitor screen.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God! And you just spewed beverage
And I
into
just
it.
spewed right into it.
Well, that's a fire hazard just waiting to happen now.
I don't know what you spewed into it, but what you should have spewed was Evan Williams White Label.
Evan Williams. I
It's
can't.
I swear to God, if we keep this up and we actually get a contract with Evan Williams, I'm
We
just
get
going to
sponsored
lose
by
it.
Evan Williams, that would be dope.
I'm just
Anywho,
saying is all.
That
anywho,
means 1, somebody
Fleck.
at that bourbon distillery
Fleck.
is watching us, and 2, alcohol.
cool. Fleck, what are you doing?
We can still ask this ship like questions and like give it commands and stuff, but like, have we figured out exactly what the fuck? Have we figured out how exactly it?
Well,
I guess for some-
all you know right now is Palasier and Null both walked through the sliding door by the elevator.
Oh yeah, fuck. Dargo wants us to go into the crystal room, so.
Fuck
I'll see
Dargo.
you guys there.
You're literally saying this to yourself. They are both in the crystal room already.
Oh well, fuck me. You guys can't move. You guys can't make me spit water everywhere and then start progressing the story. Assholes.
Was that not the plan all along?
So, as you walk in, Dargo turns around from a series of monitors that he's standing in front of right here. He looks at the three of you and he goes, all right, so as I was telling Fleck upstairs, we have a lot to go over.
Yeah.
And as he says this, you hear a voice from the crystal go, oh, yes, it's my turn, isn't it?
Palasier is going to jump backwards slightly and then lean in. Just, oh, you are interesting.
Hey, Eric, I think your camera just gave out.
Yeah, his camera just died.
No, it's probably my internet.
Woo!
You guys all just froze.
No, we're still moving.
no.
It's just you. You're the only one who sucks here. So, anyways,
Roll 20.
continuing back to it.
I'm going to reboot Roll 20 real quick.
Okay.
See you in a bit, bud.
As you say that, you see the previous glowing deity person come out from the crystal, and as he comes out, another figure comes out.
Oh, goodness, there's more.
This one is glowing white and has generally just normal elvish style clothes and looks very elvish in nature.
It's a trap.
Indeed.
As he does, hello, I'm the Kismith. I'm the ship that you're riding aboard. This is actually the artificial intelligence that was included into this ship. How may I assist you?
Right.
Go fast.
Where are we going?
We are going away from the city. I sensed that there was danger and I moved my crew.
That was a good decision.
Good decision.
Uh,
Go fast. Maybe not gotten.
Do you all have any questions? As you say this, you see the glowing blue figure goes, well, I have a question, raises his hand.
Why are you having a question? You should know everything. You're God.
God.
He kind of looks at you strangely and goes, I'm not a god.
Maybe like a demigod at best. He's definitely not.
For all intents and purposes, you're a god.
He's
He
not
just he looks kind of affronted by the whole thing. He goes, no, but I do have some more info for you.
And question.
He goes, and as he says that, he touches the crystal, and you actually see he touches the crystal. Like, there isn't, he's passing through it. His hand is meeting this crystal.
He's corporeal.
He goes, when we came to the ship, the reason I knew it was there is I sensed this engine calling to me. He goes, this is something. I don't know what it is, but when I finally got close to it, I regained a bit more of my memories.
He's some sort of ghost magic AI.
So,
I don't think he has it, and he points at the AI. He goes, I don't think he has anything to do with it. I think it's more of this. And he points at the crystal again. He goes, I don't know, but this I have an attachment to. He goes, I remembered my name.
Was this
Ooh, what is it?
your ship?
This isn't my ship, but... And you see him pause, and you can see him, he scrunches his face up. He goes, there's something about this.
Well, you were in a dome of giant crystals, and this is also a giant crystal.
He goes, he looks at you and goes, yes, that's actually observant of you. And you can actually feel sass this time. There wasn't any of his normal kind of nonplussed. He got a little attitude with you on that.
Now God has some shit to say.
He looks at you and he goes, my name is Cadmus. I remember that.
Well, that is steps in the right direction.
And he goes, I can fill you a bit more in on what you saw from that vision I gave you. What I told you before, no, I was not the cause of the planet splitting. He goes, but if I had not intervened, it would have completely been torn apart. The thing you saw happen was part of a spell form. I don't know what the purpose was, but I know that if they had completed it, this world would not have been anymore.
So the question is, were they idiots and they didn't know what they were doing with this high-level magic? Or what could they have gained from destroying the world they were standing on?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. All I can tell you is I know there was a time I did have an answer. I'm not at that point yet. But it was imperative that I stopped that. And I know those other figures that were helping me, I can still sense them. I just don't know where. And as far as the others, they're still alive. I can sense that they still exist in this world.
So there are other potentially glowing blue people.
No, these are different. These are... They have celestial power, but there are some that are much darker, especially the ones that divided that one individual that I saved this. And you see, as he pulls from his chest, that same glowing part. But this time, you can see it's taken on the form of what looks like the semblance of a head. There's no facial features, but you can tell it's a head.
Oh.
dead Arnuki beast out your chest.
We have to unite the rest of his body. This thing is not dead. It's still very much alive, and it's in pain.
That's ring a bell history-wise too, because I got proficiency.
As he says that, he takes it and he puts it back to his chest, and you see it sink into his chest. As he does, he goes, "I would like to do a formal introduction to each of you." And he goes to each of you, and he holds his hand out.
Palantir is going to kind of sarcastically hold out his hand.
As you do, you can actually, this time his hand doesn't go through your hand. You can actually feel him shake your hand this time. He goes, "Pleasure to meet you. I'm Cadmus."
Palantir.
I guess I'll give him my point.
As you do, he grows to your size as he shakes your hand.
Shit. This room is but so big! Oh, God!
And then he shrinks back down to your size, Null, and he shakes your hand and introduces himself. He goes, "That being said, though, I feel like I'm being rude." As he says that, the AI steps forward and goes, "Hello again."
So Palantir is going to address the white glowing being that we as players know is some sort of ship AI, but none of our characters would have any idea what the hell that means.
Any semblance, yeah.
So Palantir is going to say, are you similar to him? And he's going to point to Dr. Manhattan.
And he looks at him and goes, I'm not like that. I'm attached to the ship, first off. And second off, I'm actually as a guide. That is my purpose here. It's to not only help pilot the ship, but also to inform crew members of capabilities and systems, which unfortunately are not complete currently.
Are you a spirit attached to the ship?
No, I'm just I'm an intelligence that is attached to the ship. I am here as a guide. I was a test model for what was supposed to be the next fleet.
He's a spirit attached to the ship.
Yeah, that's what I got from it too. All right. So what about the ship is incomplete?
When we left from Emphrall, my actual abilities have not been fully completed. They had finished the actual structure of this, and they had completed me as far as my help access and my abilities such as the constructs that helped you earlier. We do have weapon systems, but they do have to unfortunately be activated by one of the crew members. I have no control over them. They have to give a physical order.
Can we give you control over them? Because when we gave it orders, they sucked.
Currently, no. I'm unable to access weapon systems. I can only activate upon order.
Who are the current crew members?
You four. And he points at the three of you, and then he points at Dargo.
Ah.
Is it my understanding that we have to come to some sort of concordance in order to command you to do things?
Not necessary at all. You are the commanding officers of this vessel. You came on, and I came online. According to my structure, I'm supposed to address and follow orders of whoever the commanding officers are.
My question is, if two of us want one thing, and two of us want something that is exclusive to the other thing, what do you do? Is it just a stalemate, or do you pick one? Do you get a vote?
That is between all of you. If you can't come to a conclusion, then I will continue operating as I normally do.
Wow. Okay. Stalemate. You, and he's going to point to, what was it, Cadmus? Was that
yes. Yes, how can I help you?
Palantir's not going to acknowledge that he remembers his name, but he does. He's just you. The
and you.
Being, yeah. The glowing being head that you have in your chest. Is it in our best interest to keep it separate from the rest of the body, or to find the rest of the body and reincorporate it?
He leans over to you and he goes, would you like your planet to be intact again, or would you prefer floating continents?
As long as it's not destroyed
Actually-
entirely, I'll make it do.
I mean, now that we have a ship,
He sits there in sighs and goes, let me put it a different way. If I am remembering things, I'm fairly certain the other forces out there are starting to realize what's going on as well.
and I assume
So
that's
we need to do something.
If these forces are awake, they're going to want what's left so they can finish whatever they were trying to accomplish.
Exploding the planet.
I
should
don't
name
know if that's entirely true. I do know that the world will be wiped out, but I think there's more to it than that.
We should name the ship. First priority.
The AI goes, oh, that's fine. We haven't actually been addressed with the name yet. The Kismet is just a general name that we were given as a test type. You're the commanding crew. You get to decide whatever you want to call me.
I didn't plan to get this far, so
Hang on. I have a thing.
I'd say the Going Merry, but that would probably get us.
no.
No.
Hang on. No, that's not right. So I have an Elvish translator.
Oh boy.
Oh, those are things.
You don't say now.
It's trying. English
Ooh,
to
he's
Elvish.
trying. We talking like Tolkien Elvish or like? Is there
So
another
it
Elvish?
varies. I have several.
Huh.
Common to Elvish translator.
Oh my god.
All right.
This
How
one's-
about
So Palisier is going to suggest beer, which is B-I-I-R.
Oh boy.
Literally, do
Sounds
any
like
of you guys
beer.
speak Elvish?
I do?
Speak Elvish.
You would know it translates to garbage.
No.
I'm gonna
Palisier's
ixnay
just
on
being
that.
a dick.
I'm gonna ixnay on that.
Palisier just, fine, let's name the ship Beer.
No. How about the Topaz?
The
No.
Topaz.
The AI just continues to look at you all.
We could call it the Going Gelier, which means going merry.
How about we call it Beer Adoed, which means wasting time. Palisier is
How
fed
about we
up. He's like,
say not funny in Elvish to fucking Palestine?
Palisier just shakes his head and he just, all right, call it what you want. It is a tool.
What do you call
We'll
it?
get back to it on there, but for
What
now,
do you call the tool that puts nails into boards? Has a name, doesn't it? Call it.
Actually,
Dargo, meanwhile, is just looking at you and just shaking his head like, God damn it.
I'm goofy, man. Like I'm goofy and like fucking dumb most days.
Palisier's going to kind of perk
That's
up a
me
little
and my
bit.
character.
Palisier's going to kind of perk up a little bit and he goes, Hammer's not a bad name.
Ooh, because it runs on Aether, so it should be the Aether Hammer.
I'm
Nope,
good with whatever.
I'm the only one.
the
who
Ether
thought-
Hammer.
As
Is it
long
Aether
as
or
it
Ether?
functions.
I thought we called it Aether the last time.
It's
It would be
Aether.
pronounced Aether.
Aether?
Aether
Oh.
Hammer.
The Ether.
At that point, you see the eyes of the AI kind of go more like spacing. It goes, is this your command?
Aether. Wait, commit. Wait.
Palisier's
Command
going to
to
kind
what,
of
to
roll
change
his
the
eyes.
name? Or
Yes,
does he
that's
have
what.
or does he
That
have
is
a
what.
weapon called- I want to make sure we're just naming the ship and not about to set off a fucking ship nuke called the Aether.
Yes, we are
Launch the
naming
Aether
the ship.
Hammer.
We are
Launch
naming
the
the ship.
He just said, "Is this your command?" which scared me because I didn't know if that means, hey, you want to name the ship this or deploy the Aether Hammer.
Palantir is going to turn to the crystal being and just go, yes, it is my command.
Okay.
Yes.
The ship spontaneously catches fire.
I'm good with it.
As you all agree to this, you see the image in front of you shimmers, Aether Hammer accepted. As it does, you see the wall beside you open, and 3 small, they look like earbuds, come out of the wall. The AI walks over to it, goes, these are command modules. You simply stick inside your ear, and you will be able to contact me at anywhere you go.
Wait, the word small does not help.
Alpha, we need...
It'll just fall in my ear canal.
It adjusts.
It adjusts. Okay, I'll go with that. We'll just go with it.
All right, Palantir, that sounds extremely useful to him, so he's going to definitely grab one and put it in.
As you do, it actually adjusts in size so it's comfortable and fits just inside your ear.
So Palantir turns to the rest of them and just, don't feel the need to put yours on. I'll command the ship.
I'll put mine on.
It adjusts accordingly to the size of your ear.
So it's as big as I am?
Yeah.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Sure.
Just remember.
Null, what are you doing?
Oh, I put it in my ear as well.
Each of you have acquired a ship module. It allows you to command the ship anywhere you happen to be. And, by proxy, be able to communicate with each other as well.
On that note, I gotta bounce.
Okay.
Alright then, I will finish up with the 2 of them. Aaron, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, man.
And Flex slowly goes to sleep all of a sudden. Poof.
Good night, Flex.
Nap time. See y'all later.
Yeah.
See you, buddy.
Fuck it.
And Aaron has broken, apparently. Alright, so, on that note, I will go ahead and explain about the Kismet, because I figure if Aaron is leaving, then we won't progress the story for now, and I will go ahead and explain about the ship that you have acquired.
The Aether Hammer.
Yes, the Aether Hammer is a full-blown ship. You can use it to fly different places depending on the distance. It will take different amount of time, which of course has its own dangers of rolls. A couple of actions you can take. If you find yourself at a Dragonborn or a Elvish city, and there are airships, you can have the Kismet, or Aether Hammer. I keep wanting to call it by the name I came up with a while back just to be like, ship. The Aether Hammer, you can order it to do a couple things when it gets to cities. You can order it to, A, repair itself if it's been damaged during combat, and it will work, which is determined by number of rolls. B, you can order it to do what's called a scan, which there are 2 things you can do with scans. You can either have it scan the countryside, which will improve its map capability. Because as of right now, it does not have a natural map at all. It has a very, very basic map. It can basically tell you where the different continents are, and that's about it right now. The final ability, as far as scanning goes, is you can have it scan around the city. And what that allows you to do is, 1, it will upload and tell you where certain areas are. So basically you have a tourist or a tourist guide. Or B, if it encounters other ships, you can actually scan it and get schematics to do improvements to the ship. This can be things like improving the hull, giving it more HP and giving it more AC, because in combat, it can be damaged. You can actually have full combat with other ships. You can also do scans to do improve things like its weapon systems, or potentially get autopilot features.
I don't want to lose track of the abilities there that we can do.
The constructs, by the way, as of right now, you have control of 2 constructs. That's what those bugs are. They are what help with the orders. If you order them to scan, that's what they'll go do. They act as your scanners. They will grow wings and they will fly around the city. And they'll take scans of it or the countryside. However, they are only able with 2 constructs, which as you do improvements and level up your ship, you may get more constructs. Just depends what route you go. They can also only do 2 at a time, while there's 2 of them, do a single task at once. Fixing the ship, scanning the countryside, or scanning the city. It's entirely up to you.
Can we order them to gather more Vespine gas?
Don't like you very much right now. No. I'm killing Palsir next.
No, you almost did it anyway.
You kill yourself. So yeah, you have a ship. You can. It's right now. It's just kind of going straight right now. You're on the main continent, and yeah, you're just traipsing around, and that's the last thing you know. You also know Cadmus's name, so you know that there's other forces out there. And he didn't say they were the ones that attacked Emphrall either. I'm waiting to see whatever Eric puts in this chat, because I'm curious. No, he does not have a blue schlong.
Ah, damn.
He's kind of wearing robes, actually. Just kind of airy robes.
So he could have a blue schlong.
He could have a blue schlong, I will give you that much.
Hidden under the robe.
Sure.
Schlong.
They call him the Hammer. The Aether Hammer, as it were.
The Aether Hammer. Oh, God.
Now we gotta change the name of the ship again. Damn
And
it.
officially, you guys are now level 4 as well. You have all progressed 1 level. So,
Hell yeah.
I will let Aaron know that you got a level. I'll put in the chat. And yeah, so as of right now, you guys are floating through. You have gained the ability to communicate with each other with the ship modules and be able to communicate with the ship as well. So yeah, that's where you guys are. And I guess we'll pick up next week, same spot. How many, I know Aaron said he would hop on for the Sunday recap. How do you guys feel about that?
I might be able to.
It depends on the time, because
For me, I believe I'm doing it at my time. What was it? I think Aaron said he gets up at 2 o'clock his time. That's 3 my time. I think I said 3 his time. So, DJ, for you, it would be 4 o'clock my time, so it'd be 9 for you.
yes. I can be on for a little while for the recap.
Yeah, it's going to be like a 10 to 15 minute thing. It's nothing really long. It's not like one of our long sessions.
Okay.
If it's that quick, I should probably be able to swing in. Just send me a time confirmation.
Oh, wait. Sorry, DJ, it'd be 8 o'clock actually for you, because Aaron gets up at 2, but I had to figure out the timing because he's said 3 o'clock his time, so... Oh, no, that would be 4 o'clock. Never mind. Whatever. Yeah, so, 9 o'clock your time, 4 o'clock my time. Eric, you're an hour earlier than me?
I think so, yeah. It's 6:17 my time right now.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get all of the... Good God, so many times. Anyways, we'll figure out in the Discord. If there are people watching, thanks for taking the time. If not, we're going to have this recorded, so we're going to put it on YouTube Anyways, same time, 5:30 on Fridays. Sunday, we'll get it posted in the actual Facebook and in the Twitch and all of that once I get the schedule set. Brought to you by Evan Williams. Not really. Please don't sue us. Please don't sue us. Please don't ban us.
We don't have any money.
We love you so much.
Anyways, have a good night, everyone. And yeah, it's I guess next time for Dungeoneers of oh God, why do I have to say it? I know, depravity. Let's get depraved, guys. Anyways, have a good night.